And what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, host of this YouTube channel, and of course co-leader of the team, still unboomable. And friends, family, I am happy to report I am back. I am back for real, for real, for real. We have moved to Washington. Bam. We have gotten the house put together. Bam. We have established a new routine. Bam. We've got freaking Grateful Dead playing in the background here. Bam. Like, we are doing great. I've missed the game so much. I'm so excited to finally just, say, alright, this is it. I am coming back. We are going to do this for real. Again. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like, I guess you've been, if you'd say like you really like your job, your career path, but you got to spend some time away from it for one reason or another, and then it's like, you want to do it, you want to get back to work, and, but you enjoy your time off. It was nice, it was nice and relaxing in a way, but it was just a different kind of relaxing, meaning, I don't want to say this, it was like I didn't have, well, it was just one thing that I was less worried, that I didn't have to worry about, Boom Beach, all the things that were going on there, because I was just so busy, I just couldn't care. Because you guys know me, once I get into the Boom Beach, once I open the app, I'm kind of there for a while, and I hate getting sucked away. So we're working on some things. So this is just kind of a reintroductory video, just kind of get you guys caught up to where None Defense, the account is. You'll notice I got all Rifleman's loaded up. I loaded those last night, knowing that I was going to start really working on putting these things together. Oh, and you also notice that I do have Grateful Dead playing in the background. I have put together my own little playlist of unlicensed music. It's music that I like. It's music that, just represents something to me. I hope you enjoy it too. And I know, and I'm not even allowed to use unlicensed music on YouTube, but I've thought about it and just decided I don't really care. You know what I mean? I just don't care. I don't care. if freaking Grateful Dead and Taylor Swift and all these other musicians that I'm totally going to be ripping off using these unlicensed music songs for the background, if they want to shut me down, then shut me down, man, because I'll start a new YouTube channel and I'll call it, Grublet's Testicles, whatever. I don't care. I'm kind of at a place at that point in my life where I'm just tired of following everybody else's rules. So I'm just going to do whatever the hell I'm going to do and just let the world stop me. Let the world stop me. Okay, so I've been going through here, refreshing my map. As you can see, I'm down to 378 victory points. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how low we've gotten. But I noticed that we had a couple of low guys here. So let's go ahead and knock them off the board. We are going unboosted. No reason to boost for this. Just got to kind of get back in the groove of things. Okie dokie. Easy win. I'm just going to drop a little bomb there. I shouldn't even have to try that hard. I could probably just go in one boat. Or one boat of rifles, and that would probably be plenty, for this guy. Bless his heart. He tries so hard to build his little base. Nah, he did good, though. I like this guy. He's a good friend of mine. Okay, I'm not going one Rifleman, even though I think it's very obvious that I could. I could probably go Critters at this point. Oh, I guess I could. We'll just go ahead and just drop those rest there. See if the Critters beat the HQ before the Riflemen get there. So this is Grateful Dead in the background playing here. This is the song Hell in a Bucket. I've heard I'm aware of Grateful Dead. If everybody's heard of them, even if you're not aware of what songs they actually sing. But this particular song, while Jim and I, excuse me, while Angie, Matthew, my son Matthew, we call him the boy, Jim, my stepfather, father, or whatever you want to call, father figure, the guy I take care of, me and Angie take care of, and then me, and then of course our animals. So that was the 4 cats. That's Molly, Emily, Buddy, Mishu, and the dog Grublet, and of course Sammy the bird. Hey, you guys remember that before I left, the bird, the fucking bird that would always be squawking in the background? Oh, great news, thing flew away. It just flew away. It just flew away, and I was so happy. I mean, I felt bad for Jim. He loves his bird. He's gonna miss his bird and all that stuff. But I'll be honest, I was so stoked. But anyway, so we were riding out here, and me and Jim were riding in the car together. Angie and Matthew, my son, the boy, they were riding in the U-Haul truck, right? What did I just bomb? I did bomb that a rocket, didn't I? I don't even know now. So busy talking. Doesn't matter. Alright, so anyway, and Jim has just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of CDs. So that was one of the songs we listened to on the trip. That and some other ones. Now we're playing, this is Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. You know, and I'm not highlighting these songs, I'm just saying these were like cool little songs. Some of these songs that we listened. Coming up next is some Pearl Jam. Then I'm going to go ahead and fire up my little J here. This is, what was this? This is, I believe, San Fernando Valley. I forget. We got a few kinds the other day, so we're really excited. Yes, I'm talking about marijuana. On YouTube. Yes. During Boom Beach. Yes, Supercell may call me up and say, hey, we would like to sponsor you, but because you talk about marijuana so much, we're not gonna. So, and if you want to get sponsored, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about marijuana. I'd like to say that I won't sell out under those circumstances. I'd like to tell you that I believe I would say, like, oh, fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. But come on, if Supercell's offering me money, yeah, you know. What? I was disconnected during combat? Well, fuck you, disconnection during combat. I'm gonna light this joint. Look at that. And we still won, I think. Let's find out. Yeah, we got him. Alright, good man. We're the best. Alright, we're just gonna go in short for the next troops. Copperhead Road. So what I did is I just, you know, since I decided I really wanted music in these videos, and I don't want a single person to tell me, oh, well, there's a, you know, a database of free available music you can use, and you can have those in the background, but I don't want it. You know, like, I don't want that crappy ass music, like that little at least that's what I hear when I listen to, you know, like, really even a lot of the famous boom tubers, you know, Nick at Night, Reversal, Ben Tim, like, you hear some of the music that they have going on in the background, and like, hey, good for them. I don't know, Nick's pretty cool in a way, because at least he has his own band, so he'll highlight his own band's musics. But no offense, Nick, I haven't. When I was originally getting into Boom Beach, and Nick at Night was the guy that I stumbled across, and he mentioned, he's like, oh yeah, and if you like the song in the background, make sure to check out my band, blah, blah, blah. Well, I did. I was alright, cool, Nick. I kind of like you. I kind of respect where you are, who you are, what you're doing, and why you're coming doing it. So I'm like, alright, cool. I'll go check out your your page, and, you know, it's like, alright. So I'm not saying anything bad about his music. I'm just, you know, it wasn't me. It wasn't even close to me. But, you know, hey, they were good at what they do. Their drummer needs work, but, you know, it's a drummer problem. Every band ever has had drummer problems. If you don't believe me, ask every band ever. Drop that there. So I did you know, for people on the team, you know, I would still pop up and get my ops in, but I missed some attacks. You know, I just get so busy. And it was a choice, really. I'm not bullshitting you and saying I was running to the, you know, 90 miles an hour all the time. No, it was just as simple as, one, I wasn't busy. It was hard to it was hard for me to get the motivation required to then spend the next 4 hours of my free time on Boom Beach talking about ops and all that stuff. And as much as I love it and as much as I wanted to, but, you know, I had other things going on, and it's just, once I'm in, You know, like once I'm in engaging, once I'm in start looking at operations, you know, then I'm pretty much lost, because that's going to be like the rest of my day, much to the dismay and disappointment and dissatisfaction of anybody in real life who ever needed me, you know. And so once we got to Washington, you know, I just realized, like, life's going to be different for a while. We've got a lot to do. Angie, God bless her, she works really, 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 really hard at her job. And, you know, and it's just all of my time needs to be available to either assist her on her, you know, whatever it is she needs in day-to-day life, be it, you know, laundry. If she needs me to do laundry, I'll do laundry. If she needs me to go to the store, I go to the store. You know, like I'm her housewife, and I love it. You know, that's what I want. That's, you know, because I love, you know, having her as a team, as a backup, and I love backing her up. And she's just way more intelligent and functional and versatile, and, you know, she's just good at so many things. So it makes sense that she'd be out there making the real money while I'm just doing my best to hold things down. I've gotten good jobs, you know, but come on, let's be honest, I'm just a pothead, you know. Unless I find something that's going to make me just super, super successful, you know, via fucking Boom Beach, which isn't going to happen, or something stupid like that, you know, I'm just a little lowly guy. You know, really not much to me. Not much to it, but Angie, and I'm telling you guys, there's a reason, a very good reason that I you know, hitched my hitched my wagon to her train, because she is just sharp. You know, I have been married before. I've been and divorced. I have children. Let's see, you know, these are kind of stories. See, before we left New Hampshire, and how do I say this? Before we left New Hampshire, and I was still doing the videos more actively, and before we started talking about moving, and things just got really, really busy there, you know, when I was thinking about this YouTube channel, and I really liked it, I was like, I really wanted it to do well, but, you know, it was also a lot of self-editing, you know, meaning I don't want to say this because that might offend these people. I don't want to do that because that might do this. And like, fuck that. I'm tired. Fucking tired. Like, I don't even care. Like, so if anybody's gonna get offended by anything I fucking say, whatever. Like, I promise you, you know, the people who watch this for a while and listen for a while know that I'm a super nice guy. I am. I love having fun. I love being friendly, and I love all that, but at the same time, I hate having to give you a watered down version of me. So here's the real me, the absolute real me. Things that I've never really talked about openly on the YouTube channel prior. Some of the things that you might want to know about me as you make your decision future about whether or not you're going to continue to watch my videos is I have very strong opinions, but they're well-earned strong opinions. I am completely anti-Donald Trump, and for all you people who are pro-Trump and you start, you know, getting all like wiggle, you know, like your feathers are getting ruffled up and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Like, don't even, because I promise you, when you come up to me, hey, and my love, my beautiful lady love ate all her lunch. Let's just say hi. See, as sending each other love. So we're gonna say hi to YouTube. There we go. So she'll know that I'm filming now. She'll be excited. We've been wanting to get back into it for a while. Yeah, so I'm like totally anti-Donald Trump. So, and if you're gonna come to me, you know, and try to convince me that he's the reason that we need more of him, so she says hi, then, you know, you're wrong, and I'm gonna come at you with facts you ain't even heard of, and it has nothing to do, and here's why I always win. By the way, if you're politically motivated, do not ever enter a political conversation with me ever. And I'll tell you why. Here's why. Because you're wrong. And it doesn't matter what stance you take. I guarantee you're wrong. In fact, I can prove you're wrong. In fact, I get enjoyment out of proving that your stance is wrong. And you don't want to be the guy to have to feel that, to go through that. And I know you're saying, yeah, well, you can't. But what if I'm for the same thing you are? I'm fucking wrong, and I can prove it too. Like, it's a terrible, like, welcome to human existence, people. Human existence is everyone is fucking wrong all the time. And it doesn't matter what you say, and it doesn't matter what you believe, because the very second that you have an opinion and you start, like, actually aligning yourself to that opinion and start doing the things and making the decisions that, you know, having this opinion which is therefore required, then you're already lost, you know, because you're not thinking about the thing that you need to be thinking about, which is an objective worldview of all these problems that are happening out there. You get a problem. See, here's the thing. Whenever a world problem happens, it's everyone's problem, right? So, but everybody starts freaking out, and everybody wants to go this separate way. So you get the people who are like, the problem is we need to put more ups on the downs. Well, and then you got the anti-up movement who are like, no, you can't put more ups on the downs. Clearly, we need more downs on the ups. And then they're going to throw all their emotional cash into that anti-up movement, and they're going to be pro-downs. But then the up people are like, oh, look at these stupid down supporters. Can you dare believe that they don't think that the up is the way to go, and they're leaning towards the down? But then you get all these, you turn on to the news because you're trying to get an informed opinion, and you've got these two talking heads, and they're just in there arguing with each other, and just like, no, we need the downs when they're not the ups, and we're no, we clearly need the up and not the downs. And it's just like, and then when you, the informed, curious-minded person, who all he wants to do is just make the best decision that he can and get back to his fucking life, you know, and he's just trying to be informed and educated and not think emotionally and not think rationally. And let's say you're that guy, and did all of this research, and it's like you can't find anything solid. All you can find is hate this thing, love this thing. Like, why isn't there more like, hey guys, both of these things kind of suck? And that's the truth. At the end of the day, at the end of human existence, here's what I have learned in my experience: it fucking sucks. That doesn't mean we should all be miserable. In fact, just the opposite. We should be excited. We should be excited that we can look at the world, give it the one finger salute, listen to some Red Hot Chili Peppers unlicensed music on YouTube, and say, fuck you, I'm gonna play fucking Boom Beach, and that's it. You know, like, it doesn't even matter. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, Clinton. Yeah, I'm anti-Hillary Clinton. No, but you're saying, well, no, but you said you were anti-Trump. I'm anti-Trump. Look at him. Well, why are you? How can you be anti-Clinton if you're anti-Trump? All right, here's the deal. Clinton, God bless her. And if you're one of our viewers who knows nothing about the American populace, so let me get you a little bit caught up here. The Clintons are a very long time established royalty within the American political system since going back to the late 80s, you know, when he became governor of Arkansas. Okay? By the way, I really know this shit. Like, this is my shit. So anyway, so the Clintons, and God bless them, and they're not bad people. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what your position is. You're going to hear all these different talks and all that. They're not bad people. That implies that if you would bump into them in a fucking alley, that they'd either rob you or leave you dead. No, they're not going to do that. You know, Trump wouldn't do that either. You know, that's not what we're talking about. what we're talking about is they were so goddamn good. And I mean good at politics. So good at politics. I'm not telling you they were taking the right issues. I'm not telling you that their stances are the best stances. Because a lot of politics, generally it's subjective. You know, if say you're running for city council, and well, the city council says, oh, we need the haberdashers on the knockers. Well, then it makes sense if that's what the people in your city that you represent are pushing for, you're going to kind of want to lean for because you want to get reelected. Well, let's say you bump up to the state legislature. Well, you know, across the board, your little community was an oddity, and it turns out the knockers are out. Like, no, we need to get rid of the knockers. Well, what do you know? All of a sudden, you have people in the entire state trying to convince you that you need to go knocker, and then you start, vote legislating knocker, and as you become like high up in the state legislature, now you're Mr. Knocker. Well, you started off as Mr. Haberdasher, or whatever the hell analogies I'm making up. Then finally you want to get on a national scale. You did have hopefully no scandals, because you're not allowed to get butt fuck. So anything with butt fucking, you're not allowed to be a part of as a presidential candidate. I don't know why. What do they care whose butt you're fucking? Anyway, it used to be you weren't allowed to smoke marijuana or even acknowledge that it existed, ever. But we're finally past that. Thank you, Obama. I am anti-Obama. However, you notice every name I'm throwing out, I'm anti. We're going to talk about that more openly in the future. I'm going to get this lit here. So, anyway, with the Clintons, they're just this. My point is they've gone all the way to the top, right? And every step of the way, the reason they're so good at politics as the Clintons is because every step of the way, whereas they started out being for haberdashers and then transitioned into knockers, and then they found a way to get all the way to the top, and despite scandals and problems, and trust me, they had plenty, there was no shortage of news, legitimate news scandals on Clinton, just only a couple of them stuck, and obviously that's Monica Lewinsky. Excuse me. Google blue or stained blue dress and watch anything that comes up. It'll tell you all about it. Anyway, so that's the Clintons, and then after Clinton has his presidency and he got and he got reelected, and that's no small feat for anybody of any party, any disposition. Fuck Clinton. And then his goddamn wife, Hillary, moves to fucking New York, claims herself as a New Yorker, and she becomes a Senate. And that was, now all of a sudden, that's her thing, right? Wow, have I just been rambling on smoking and whatever? So, and then that's her thing. So, now she's where she is today, where she's gonna, theoretically gonna be the next president, because I don't see Trump winning. And not because Hillary beat him, because Trump beat him. Trump is beating Trump. Trump is his own worst enemy. And again, that's just objectively just watching the circus, because that's all I see is a bunch of clowns doing tricks. And I just admire the tricks, especially the good tricks. And the Clintons, they know how to do these goddamn tricks. They've been doing them forever. So my problem with Clinton, and you can go over the issues and say, oh, well, in 1995 she voted for this, or in 1990 whatever she voted for this, or in 2000. Yeah, you can do that, but especially in the Clintons' case, they have proven through a lifetime of experience in the public eye, they have proven that whatever the situation is, they're gonna adapt. You know what I mean? They're going to adapt, and while they may not necessarily make the best decision or the most popular decision or whatever, they're going to find a solution working with a wide variety of people. That's what the Clintons do. They're really good at it. I'm not saying they're great presidents. I'm not saying they're great delegators or anything like that, but I'm acknowledging that if anybody can work within a very dysfunctional group of people and get some shit done, you gotta give it to the Clintons. You got to. Alright, so you're asking me who am I voting for in the presidential election. I'm like, well, that's simple. I have to vote for the person with the most qualifications, the one who has the experience to actually run the country, you know? Like, heaven forbid, if the carpet gets pulled out from under our collective American feet all of a sudden, and we need somebody who at least knows enough about the overall connections of how the different political parties and governmental parties fit together, you gotta at least have somebody who knows what's going on, who knows how the pieces connect. Because if you don't know how the machine works, you're never gonna effectively run the machine. That's life. You know, our buddy Braun, you know, we miss him. We hope he comes back, and maybe in time he will, but even whether so, he'll tell you that you can have the most fancy crane in the world. Remember, he's in the crane business. You could have the best crane in the entire universe, but if you don't know how to drive it, you're going to just wreck shit, and you're going to make shit worse. And I'm afraid that's kind of the situation that we're looking at with Trump. I'm not telling you Hillary Clinton aren't better candidates. Bernie Sanders is a way better candidate in terms of making you feel good. There's definitely people that are more qualified, you know, and more in line with my political views, but my political views are pointless because it doesn't really matter, because their political views are all subject to change, you know, at a moment's notice. So it doesn't, forget trying to find somebody that aligns with your political views, people, because their political views are going to change. You get me? Their political views are going to change, and yours are going to still be the same. So your heart and emotion is going to be emotionally tethered to this person, this candidate who no longer represents what you want them to represent. You know what I mean? Because they're going to change. But you got to change. You can't stand still. You know, you can't just plant your feet in the concrete and just do that. You know, and that's kind of what I'm seeing when I see Trump. You know, I mean, he's a good person, I'm sure, and again, he's not going to rob anybody in an alley, so I've got nothing bad to say about him. But he's proven that he's brash, he's emotional, he doesn't play well with others, he doesn't react in a professional manner. And now you're going to say, oh, well, we need somebody who does not playing the politician's game. Man, I totally get that. You know, and then there are some ways that while the rest of the established political parties are playing chess, or playing checkers, and Trump's playing chess, so to speak. But then there are plenty of other situations, most other situations, at least in my experience and worldview, that the established political parties that I fucking hate, at least they know how to play checkers, whereas Donald Trump is just inventing his own game of chess. Now, it worked for a while. But 6 weeks, 5 weeks away from the national election, guess what's happening? People are calling him out on it, and people are stopping buying it, because now they have to. Like, now it's not about the emotion. Now the American people are actually starting to like, wait, what? Like, oh man, are we actually about to, he's gonna lose the election. So, you know, and again, I just rambled on for a long time, and I know I wasn't battling, but I was sitting there just smoking my J and having a good time telling you. I just wanted to really get that off, because this is gonna be becoming a big deal. Now, not for me, I don't give a fuck. If Hillary gets elected, you know what I'm gonna do the next day? I'm gonna wake up in the morning, smoke some weed, play some Boom Beach, do my chores. If Trump gets elected, I'm going to wake up the next morning, smoke some weed, play some Boom Beach, do my chores. So I don't really give a goddamn fuck. I don't care. It doesn't really matter, and I promise you, it doesn't. But at least when you're talking about Hillary versus Trump, so taking all emotion away from it, and I've given you plenty of reasons why I don't like the different people. Taking all the emotion away from it, the reason I have to vote Hillary when I'm talking about Hillary versus Trump, and I'm only that, okay? Don't tell me anything about the past or the future or the whatever. Just look at just the two in a vacuum. You cannot tell me that Donald Trump, with his multiple bankruptcies, multiple scandals throughout his career, and he's had lots of them, you cannot tell me that he is more qualified to run the country than someone who has been the wife of the president for 8 years, has been the wife of the governor, has been a senator herself, has been, now Secretary of State for like 6 years. Guys, it's not easy to be Secretary of State. And you say, well, what happened in Benghazi? Okay, I'd like to go ahead and judge every single one of you based on, every mistake you've ever made. And just say, and then that defines you. You made a mistake, and then therefore you are defined by that mistake. So think about that in your mind. Think about something that you did and you are not proud of, and you know you did, and tell me it so I can judge you by that and nothing else for the rest of your life. Does that seem reasonable? It doesn't, exactly, and that's why I don't fuck Benghazi, fuck all that, and I don't even want a Republican coming up and telling me, a Democrat, somebody who hates Trump, coming and telling me, oh, well, Trump did this and Trump did that and Trump did that. I'm like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, because you are clearly wrapped up emotionally, and that's the part that I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. That's my welcome back video. So that's the I guess that's gonna be the direction of the new channel, is I'm taking the gloves off and I'm just gonna say whatever, playing my goddamn unlicensed music. Y'all give me some suggestions of some other great songs to play in the background, because I don't care anymore. I don't care. And I'm gonna talk about whatever, and I've always been honest with you guys since I started this video, but I've always kind of held a few things back. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing it anymore. Not anymore. Okay? So there you go. So that's this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. What did we do? Not much. I mean, we did something here. Let's do one more bass. Can't believe just sitting there talking about politics and all. It's just been bugging me. It's just been bugging me. You say, well, if you don't care, why is it bugging you? What bugs me is the fact that people care so much. It just bugs me. Because really, who gives a flying flippity flip-flop? Just terrible. Spawn in. This is just T3. I mean, obviously ain't much happening here. I'll just go ahead and do that. There we go. Good old Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. I wasn't expecting this video to be so long, so I only put 5 songs on the playlist, but we'll add more for the next run. So I just started back over at Hell in a Bucket by Grateful Dead. Great song. We're going to talk about that song. Yeah, we're going forward, man. I want to just be able to talk to you about everything. I want to talk to you about music. I want to talk to you about movies. I want to talk to you about television shows, comic books. I want to talk, and boom. Of course, we'll talk about Boom Beach. But, I don't know. I'm just going to be me, 100% me. We'll be doing an operation soon. We're going to get that on video. What are we doing? So we've been working on Stronghold. We can usually consistently beat Stronghold even with the loss. How many roster spots we got? 46. I think I have a couple other accounts that I haven't done anything with in a long time. I'll probably start bringing them over. We're gonna start making this work. So basically, all I'm gonna do is just try to give more of my time in the morning, and like wake up in the morning, make sure I get to take Grublet outside, let him pee or poop, and then I'm gonna come and just do my chill time before Jim wakes up, or even if Jim wakes up. I've talked to him and he knows I'm just gonna start wandering downstairs. He's gonna be on his own for a little while. I'm gonna do these Boom Beach videos in the morning, and then he's gonna be on his own for a little while, and then I'll wander down and make sure he's handled. So he just has to survive for an hour or so. So he's good. We've got a lot of when we first moved here, there were the house had a lot of safety issues, handrails and such. So I literally had to be, because he has a stumbling problem, so I literally had to be there close by him at all times. There was no, because he could fall at any moment, and the second he falls, then there goes the rest of my day. You know what I mean? So I just kind of had to spend my day with him to make sure I don't have to spend the day at the hospital. But we've got the handrails taken care of, so I mean things are really settling down nicely. I want to thank everyone so much for all their support and everything that they've done with this channel, with this team. I've missed all of you. I've really missed doing videos. I look forward to getting back into them with our unlicensed music and no gloves, no kid gloves approach to life and handling complicated issues. There you go. So we're going to wrap this video up. Friends and family, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video and hanging out with me. It says we're not accepting new members currently. I'm going to update that. Just whatever, man. Reach out to us, talk to us. Like, I'm back. I'm pissed off and I'm ready to fight. So let's do it. All right, friends. I love you all. Thank you so much. Be safe.